Hello, I'm Ragnarok, and welcome to the Reckoning. So welcome back, everyone. So today we are going to do the most requested, or start the most requested series on the history of this channel, which is the Magic series. Yes, I said it, Magic. So we did Magic a long time ago. Took forever. A lot of episodes, a lot of time. Went out of date 3 months later. Redid it again. Went out of date again. And basically every update since then has massively changed Magic to what it is today. So basically, now that the 4th anniversary patch for the Age of Calamitous mod has dropped, the Magic system is pretty much stable. It will still slightly be balanced. Some things might be changed. A few things might be added here and there. But for the most part, this is pretty much going to be what it should be. Just keep in mind, though, that, you know, it is a mod. The game itself is also changing. So things can change whatever. So in a year, if you're watching this, even in 6 months, you know, if something's not quite right, I suggest continue to watch the video, because there are things in my video, my very first try at the Magic series over a year ago, that is actually still valid, and I'm actually going to still be using that data for this because it actually tested the same. So I suggest watch the whole video. If you see something different, maybe you only have to figure out 20% what's different, but the other 80% of the video is actually still relevant, and you won't have to spend time trying to figure that out. All right, so today, in today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the arcane arts, or the ancient arts, not the arcane arts, the ancient arts. Basically, the ancient arts is the first requirement to the Magic series. In order to learn Magic, no matter what faction you are, you have to learn the ancient arts. That's step one. So we are going to show all 6 factions how to learn it. Previously, only 3 factions can learn Magic. Then it became 4, and then it was opened up to all 6. Now, the original 4 is pretty much the same way, but we're going to go into each of their faction halls and show you exactly where you go to learn it. As far as the other 2 non-magical factions, you have to actually go out into the world and talk to a specific person to learn the ancient arts for them, and we're going to show those locations. So let's get at it. Okay, so we're going to start with the Cold Embrace. This is the first faction that actually ever got Magic, so we're going to start here. So we are at the Age of Calamitous Faction Hall. If you haven't been here, it's at the Dregs. We have a Age of Calamitous Beginner Guide. Go watch that in order to get here. But otherwise, join the Cold Embrace, obviously, and then you want to go in this, which is the Cold Embrace's Sanctuary. Once you get in, you're just going to follow your path. This place looks awesome. Love the snow. And instead of going left or right for the Sanguis or the Empress Knights, you're going to go straight. And you're going to keep going straight until you get to this little pillar right here. And this person's going to magically appear. And you're looking for the Grand Magus of the Cold Embrace. You're going to talk to her. And right here, as you can see, learn the ancient arts. I'm not going to click it because I need to show you other stuff. But if you click this, you're actually going to have ancient arts in your feats. Okay, next we're going to do the Order of Felgarth. So this would be another of the original 3 factions to get it. Again, you have to be Felgarth in order to go through their portal. So let's go through. And there is actually a little trick about this, or something that some people may not know. So in order to learn the ancient arts, you're going to come right here. You're going to talk to the Grand Magus of Felgarth. As you can see, there's probably a naming convention here for learning the ancient arts. And basically, you come through the portal. It's right here at the bottom right. Now, there's something here that some people may not know or may not have found, and is good to make note of. If you go to the opposite side of the portal, so you're looking at the back of the portal now, and you go up here, once you learn ancient arts and you learn air magic, you will have access to this Tempest Altar. I actually have access to it now, but you actually have stuff in here. This is going to be a free one you can use. So if you haven't quite got the ingredients to make your own, or you know, you're just closer to this area or whatever, you can actually come here once you learn air magic and use this altar inside the Felgarth sanctuary, library, keep, whatever you want to call it. So that's kind of cool. You have free access to this. You know, something that most of the other factions don't have. So, kind of cool. Okay, next will be the Order of Elvenor. So again, this is the last of the original 3 factions that got Magic originally. So it's kind of cool. Again, choose Elvenor, go through the portal. And this is another one that actually has a little trick to it. So as far as the ancient arts itself, we're going to come right here. As soon as you walk through the portal, right to the left, Grand Magus of Elvenor. Here's your ancient arts right there. And the little secret about here is you can kind of tell right there if you're familiar with all the different stations. But as with the Order of Felgarth, you have actually an arcane sanctuary that you will also have free access to. As you can see, because I'm one of the factions or sub-factions probably for a different video I was working on. I already have some recipes in here, but again, you have access to an arcane sanctuary that you wouldn't have access to unless you craft it. So it's kind of cool. Again, if you don't have the mats yet for this or whatever, you can just come here and use it if you're Elvanor. Okay, so next we're going to do the Elven Covenant. Now, this is the 4th faction. This was originally not actually a magical faction. This was added at a later date. So this is the first one to be converted over to a magical faction, which makes sense. Elves, all that fun stuff. Magic. Again, it's pretty similar to what we just did. You got to become the elf, and then you go through the portal. This place, I love the design of this one. Now, this is a really cool place to make note of. There are herbs and everything. That's awesome. The lotuses, and there's some more lotuses. I believe there's some aloe, and there's a bunch of other stuff here. There's a lot of really good plants here. So Magix is going to use a lot of the herbs and dust and stuff like that. So this is actually a really good place to come and get it. As you can see, there's a bunch of lotuses right there. I think there's more back there and stuff like that. So just something to make note of if you're an elf. This is actually a really good place to, come harvest some of the stuff, especially if you haven't really moved around the whole map yet. It's a good place to get some of those early game maps and stuff like that. You can see some of the stuff in the water too. Make note of that. But we're coming here. You're going to go right over here to the edge of the lake, and you're going to turn right. Grand Magus of the Dominion. Right there. Learn your ancient arts. Okay, so next is going to be the Vanghoul clans. So this one's going to be a little different. We are not going to go through the portal. What we're going to do is we are going to join the Vanghoul, and then we are going to play the game and make our way very far east, and I will show you where. Okay, and before we move on to showing where the Vanghoul has their ancient arts teacher, I just want to give a huge shout out to our Patreons and Elite Patrons. Thank you so much for everything you all do. You are amazing. If you're interested in becoming one of our amazing Patreons or Elite Patrons, check out a link in the description below. Okay, so where we are now, let me show you on the map, and we'll zoom in. Over here, we're over in N4. I'm going to zoom in all the right way. As you can see, there's like this little path right here, and then it has a nice little fork. You take the right fork all the way to the end where it meets another little intersection. You can kind of figure it out. You'll be the general gist. But if you walk around, you're going to see these little people over here. Another little NPC right there. We'll talk about it in a later video and stuff like that. Some more stuff here. But what we're looking for is Knight Commander Shannara Luri.
Hello.
We're going to talk to her, and she will teach the Vanghoul clan member the ancient arts. So this is where you're going to come if you want to learn magic, if you are Vanghoul. And last but not least, the Alliance of Stormhold. So again, we are going to choose Stormhold. We are not going to go through our amazing portal, and we're going to go somewhere else on the map. So let's go. Okay, so we are basically going to go to the library inside of the unnamed city. I'll show you in the map once we get fully in there. But there is the obelisk for the unnamed city, so you can use that as a main reference point. I'll actually show you that on the map right now where we are. So we're way over here. As you can see, we're going to the archives. I call it the library, but whatever. And you're right here at the bottom part of this little, whatever, dead end. There's places up there you can run around. You want to be down here at the ground. And we're basically going to go in here. The cool thing is there's no really vanilla enemies in here once you get past these doors and stuff like that. So that'll make it a little easier. And we're just going to work away all the way in. And we're going to go over here. And it's one of these people.
What can I help you?
And there we go. Athos Stormcaller, learn ancient arts. And this is where you're going to come if you are the Alliance of Stormhold. Okay, so that will show you where to learn the ancient arts for all 6 factions. So the original 4, or the original 3, and then the additional 4th, pretty much the same as they have been. Just where the Grand Magus is inside the hall has changed slightly for like 1 or 2 of them. With the Vanghoul, newly added, kind of cool. You can get magic, and now Stormhold also. So really, really cool. Stay tuned for the next episode for the magic series, and we will show the next step in progression on how to learn magic and stuff like that, and how to use it and the spells and all that fun stuff. So stay tuned. It's a series, like I said, now that it's all good. We have a couple of magics we never covered before, water magic and light magic. Those have been added to the game, so we got to cover that in its entirety. So that's gonna be really, really cool. So stay tuned for that. Hit the sub button so you get notified, and even if you check the channel all the time, or you're in a Discord that updates you soon as as soon as the videos drop, hit the sub button. It helps with the channel greatly. It makes the YouTube algorithm let the rest of, suggest the video more to people that are searching for AoC tutorials and information and stuff like that. It helps get the channel out there, helps grow the channel, and helps me do what I do more often. So I really would appreciate it. Give a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. Leave a comment, any questions or anything like that in the comment section below. Like I said, we got a lot of Magic series. We're going to cover a lot of stuff. There might have been a couple things I didn't cover in this. We will cover them in other videos. This one was mainly about the ancient arts. So, because that is the very first thing you need other than obviously joining a faction. So stay tuned for that. We also have our Age of Calamitous guide Let's Play series coming back out. We got the next episode coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, appreciate it. Check out our Discord link in the description below if you want to join a Discord, hang out with us, all that fun stuff. And stay tuned for the future in the community tab and the postings. I might be posting some very interesting and really cool surprises very, very soon. So stay posted for that. Otherwise, thank you as always. I appreciate it. And as always, fear the reckoning.